Hi, welcome to Got the Morbs with Beth.
And Aaron.
And Ken.
This week, Aaron has, you said 3 stories that
I do.
have a common thread running through them.
I do. Which you guys
that
will
we're
be
not going to like.
Mad at me about.
Everybody's going to be mad.
I apologize in advance. Yeah, I did things a little different this week, and instead of just doing one case, I chose to focus on 3 of them that have something in common and have always haunted me, and most of them I didn't think were long enough to have a whole episode. Maybe the 3rd one could have been, but I just kind of focused on the main points and put it in this one. So I titled it Betrayal of Innocence. Maybe you can already guess what this is going to be about. Am I having a fake memory, or did you guys admit to me that you can't watch like horror movies and stuff now that have like child death since your parents?
I can watch them. I just have to close my eyes.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember talking about that with one of you guys about, It was way back, like a Walking Dead episode. Where it was after I had my first kid, and like there was a kid being threatened, and I was so caught off guard by like the emotional response to that being a parent now. But yeah, it is difficult, I would say, to
well, this is my trigger warning that this episode is going to mention child death. I'm feeling very awkward now that I'm like the only one that does not feel any differently. I mean, it was always appalling, but
indifferent to child death.
I can still watch it. I'm not saying I love it. But even though these are hard stories to hear, I feel like the victims still deserve to have their stories told, especially because in these cases, at least, they're so young and didn't even have a chance to start their life and have their personality come out, and we need to at least talk about them a little bit.
They're that young and they didn't have personalities yet?
A little bit. Plus, it's important just to point out warning signs that in these cases, looking back, there are signs that should have been taken more seriously. And a lot of times it's a failure of the justice system that did not do anything to protect these children.
Of course it is.
If any of these can help prevent a future tragedy, then it's worth talking about, even though it's hard. So are you okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. One of these is going to be local also. The first one I'm going to talk about is Deborah Janelle Jeter. Is that familiar?
Doesn't sound like it.
There's not a whole lot of information about her early life. I do know that she's born in 1977, and she gets married to Lester Lee Jeter. The two had 2 daughters together, Kirsten and Kelsey, and this story takes place in Hillsboro, Texas. So things are not going well in their marriage. By 2009, the relationship is failing, and Lee would file for divorce. Now, neighbors had said that household was a noisy home where multiple neighbors had called the police numerous times. So it was obvious that there was some trouble going on. There was a report that Deborah had abused her older daughter, Kirsten, but the charges were later dropped because she checked into a mental health facility, and they said that she addressed the issues, and they would drop the charges. Even after that, Deborah's mental health starts taking a sharp decline. The divorce is not helping things, and she ends up attempting suicide in front of her daughters by taking pills.
Great.
So Lee requests temporary custody of the girls, and he also takes out a restraining order on Deborah. He tells the courts she may be released within a few days, and I am concerned about her possible actions regarding the children. That is the most blatant you can be, right? That there's possibly an issue. I mean, there's 2 past instances of checking into mental health facilities, and now a suicide attempt, a reported abuse allegation. Like, there are signs here.
Who was this that said that?
Her husband.
Her husband.
Yeah.
So they think just because it was a lady that she wouldn't do anything?
Perhaps. She spends less than 2 weeks in the mental health facility this time. When she does get released, the judge waives the restraining order, and he waives the supervised visit condition that was set. I don't know why. He thought like, oh, she's great now. She's fine.
2 weeks.
Mm-mm.
But what's strange is that Lee, the husband, actually agreed with the court on waiving those and releasing her, saying, well, she's showed no animosity towards the girls, and she's never put them in danger before, which doesn't make any sense if she has abuse allegations. So 15 days after this suicide attempt, basically 2 weeks after she had, including that in that time when she had been committed, had a restraining order against her, had supervised visits ordered against her, she has her first unsupervised visit with the girls already. Her youngest is 12, Kelsey is 12, and her oldest, Kirsten, is 13. So the day before their first supervised visit, Kelsey posts on social media and she says, "I get to see my mom tomorrow. Yay."
I think something bad is going to happen. It's just a prediction.
That's some foreshadowing for you. In June 2009, Deborah picks up the girls and tells them that she has a surprise for them.
Oh boy,
she promises them she promises them a fun night of singing American Idol songs and reading books to them, which is weird because they're 12 and 13.
Yeah.
I'll read you bedtime stories. Instead of a nice surprise, she drives them to an abandoned farmhouse in rural Texas, where she takes the girls inside and she attacks them with a knife. She started attacking 13-year-old Kirsten first, and Kirsten yells to her younger sister to run. Deborah then abandons Kirsten and chases after Kelsey, and she catches her and slits her throat and kills her almost instantly. This is the only victim in all of these stories that was old enough to there was reports about what a great kid she was.
Yeah.
Kelsey was an honor roll student. She was a Girl Scout. She was a member of band. She was described as a quiet but good student who spent her free time reading instead of talking with her peers. There was a teacher that described her as walking down the hallway blindly, not even looking where she was going because she would be holding a book in her hand reading. And also said that they would see her opening her locker combination with one hand and reading with the other hand. Sounds like our kind of girl.
Yeah, she's hardcore.
Yes. Her teacher remarked, "I will really miss her, having her in class. She was a really nice little girl." So it isn't until 3 hours after the attack, around 9 p.m., that Deborah places a call to 911, and she refuses to identify herself, but tells the dispatcher, "I just killed my children." Her attitude during the call shifts between cold indifference and an irritated frustration at the dispatcher. She can be heard in the call saying, "Get an ambulance out here to save the other one that didn't die."
Oh.
And, "Bitch, call them. Have you already called them?" Yeah.
Wow.
That was going to be my question, is what happened to that first one? You said she had chased the younger one.
So she can actually be heard in the background faintly. The dispatcher couldn't tell what she was saying, but she was still alive and talking. And Deborah is responding to her and telling her to hold on for help, and even calling her baby, telling her, "Baby, hold on, they're coming." She tells the 911 dispatcher casually, "She's asking to be saved, and I couldn't handle that. It's been a long time. She might already die because she's bled out a lot." She sounds like totally detached from what's going on. When referring to her other daughter that had already been killed, she tells dispatch, "One of them's dead. She's dead. But the other one, she wants to be saved, and she needs to be saved." Despite the fact that she was once a nursing student, she is not rendering aid to the girls, and she tells dispatch that she's just walking around the house while she's waiting for help to arrive. When the police do arrive on the scene, she is outside, the knife is on top of her car, and she surrenders without incident, and they rush inside the house to find Kelsey dead and Kirsten barely alive. So Kirsten was airlifted to a Dallas hospital. They were able to save her life. Her throat had been slashed, and she had a stab wound in her back that she had apparently sustained when she was trying to protect her sister and shielding her younger sister from the attack. Her dad, Lee, told the news she was cut from one side of her neck all the way to the other, and her airway was cut, and one of her main arteries were cut. She lost a lot of blood, but she was still conscious when the authorities got to the house. Her father, Lee, kept an around-the-clock vigil at her bedside while she was recovering in the hospital. In her trial, Deborah blamed the divorce and the ending of her family as the reason for her actions. Obviously, there is mental health struggles involved in this. She takes a plea deal, which takes the death penalty off the table for her, and it also spares her daughter the trauma from having to testify in court about this. So she is sentenced to life without parole at the age of 33. It's really young.
Wow. Yeah.
Her ex-husband Lee and her surviving daughter Kirsten did visit her in jail about a year after the crime. And she told Lee, "I still hate you, but I am sorry for my actions," and that she could not handle the stress of the divorce and an upcoming custody battle. And that's why she attacked her daughters. So she is serving her life sentence at the Gatesville prison facility in Texas. Harrowing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Talk about a failure all around.
Yeah.
If I was Kirsten, I would not go see her.
They said that there was some lighthearted interactions between them. Like,
what? Like knock-knock jokes?
I don't know. I
Want to hear some jokes I learned in prison?
I don't know if they ever visited again or if she has a relationship with her mother. It was hard to find information, being a minor and everything. They don't just release everything. But we have a 911 call from when she called saying that she killed her children. So we can listen to that if you want to put it in right now.
Hill County 911, what's your emergency?
I just killed my children.
Excuse me?
I just killed my children.
Where are you?
I'm in the abandoned house on Highway 77 right after you go underneath the highway. One of them's still alive. Hurry.
How? Under what highway? You're on Highway 77 where?
I'm on Highway 77 right after you go under 35 going towards Milford. Get an ambulance out here to save the one that didn't die. Come on.
Come on.
What's your name?
Bitch, call them. Have you already called them?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay.
I need your name.
I don't want to tell you my name.
Bitch, tell me your name.
Hello?
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
77 toward Milford, right after you cross under the bridge. She's telling me she's killed her children. Are you in your car?
No, I'm not in my car. I'm in the house walking around. And one of them's still alive for real. She's asking to be saved, and I couldn't handle that. And so now
She's in an abandoned house.
it's been a long time. She might already die because she's flat out alive. And hold on. What, baby?
77 is
Be still. What did you say? I want to talk 911. She said, please tell you to hurry.
Okay. Well, we've got people en route. Get an ambulance because one of them's still alive, she said. Can you tell me what happened? Ma'am? Hello? Ma'am?
What?
Can you tell me what happened?
I can't get the door open.
You can't get what door open, darling?
The front door, so y'all can come in when y'all get here. Why won't it open?
I don't know.
Hold on. I don't see my one.
Are you on the right-hand side of the road or the left-hand side of the road, sweetie?
Sweet.
Depends on what time, where you're coming from, right?
Okay, they're coming. They're coming. I just want to try to clarify exactly where they are. Can you tell me what happened?
I don't want to say. I don't see any lights. They're not coming.
Well, they're on their way. My partner's getting them to you just as quickly as she can. How many children do you have?
Two.
Huh?
Two.
Two?
One of them is dead. She's dead, but the other one, she wants to be saved. And
Dead.
She needs to be saved, and I don't see any lights. Tell them to get the fuck out here.
Honey, they're coming. They're coming.
The nerve of doing that and then like demanding that someone hurry up.
Yeah. I couldn't handle that, so I had to call.
Do you have any weapons?
I do. I have a knife.
She has a knife.
Should I throw it away?
No, ma'am, just put it in. She's got
So
a knife.
should I throw it away?
Yeah.
She says hurry.
Okay, tell her we're on our way. She won't give me. Can you not tell me what your name is?
What?
Huh?
Hold on.
What's your name, darling?
I'm not telling you my name. I'm off the door.
How old are your children?
Hold on. You see that? Okay, they're coming. But Janet, hurry up.
Honey, they are coming. They're on their way. You should be hearing lights and sirens. Seeing lights and hearing sirens.
I'm gonna be with you Thursday.
Maybe she shouldn't have waited 3 hours.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize this was 3 hours after.
Yeah.
That girl's been laying there for 3 hours.
Yes.
You cross under the bridge that goes on 77 toward Milford. You cross under the bridge to 35, and you're in an abandoned house. Is that right?
Yes, under 35.
Cross under 35.
35 on 77. The abandoned house up on the hill on the left. Where'd you look up?
She says she's in the abandoned house. Yes, it's in the house on the hill.
Listen. Hold on, buddy.
Sweetie, do you hear them now? Do you hear those sirens and stuff?
What did she advise happened?
She's...
I also can't believe the fact that they said she was a nursing student and did not render aid. Just watched her children bleed out for 3 hours.
I'm not sure where the house is at. As soon as you cross under the bridge, there's going to be an old gray house that's
An old gray house? Ew.
It's going to be hard to see. It's almost covered by trees and stuff like that.
Are you there?
Yes,
Like an old gray man.
Are you still with me?
I'm still with you.
I'm at your way from over the bend.
But they're
Hello?
not here. I'm here. They're not here.
They're on their way, sweetheart. They had to come from different parts of the county.
Hold on, kid. They're coming. Tell them not to shoot me. I don't have a gun.
Okay. She doesn't want to get shot. 'cause
All
doesn't
she
have
cares
a gun.
about is herself.
Yeah. Worried about her own life.
Okay. When they get there,
Uh-huh.
I want you to lay the knife down out when you get the door open. I want you to lay the knife down so they can see that you don't have any weapons.
Okay. But they haven't told me to hurry.
They're hurrying, honey. They're hurrying.
She says that one more time.
Good. I'm going to be on the interstate, southbound, taking the exit, which way do I go when I get on the...
Okay.
I believe to the right, if you're coming northbound, I'm trying to find the house.
Oh, my God. She's dead. Oh, my God.
How old are the children?
I won't tell you.
I won't tell you. Is that what you said?
I think so.
She wants you to hurry. She wants
Honey, they are coming. They're coming as fast as they can. They're trying to be sure. Do you see them?
They're coming.
Do you see them? Do you see them?
No, from her they were coming. Hold on.
Yeah, the one dog thing, they back off in the tree.
Yes, we're coming. I see something.
Can you see the lights?
No, I see something down at the end of the road. I see car lights, but not fire lights, not police lights.
She
Cars
says
moving at the end of the driveway.
she says they're at, she
I
can
hear
see.
sirens. I hear them.
Okay. Do you see them?
No, I don't see them. But I hear them.
Okay, you
There's
need to.
people coming up the driveway.
I know, I understand that. I want.
Driveway with my hands up.
She stayed.
By the house, both hands up except for one because I'm on the phone. They're coming.
She's got her hands up except for the fact that the one that she's on the phone with.
Except for one, because I'm on
She's
the
out
phone.
in the yard. She
Got my
said
hands
she's
up.
out in the yard beside the house.
Okay, goodbye. I see them. They're right here. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
The courts absolutely failed by
Yeah.
giving her unsupervised visits and not keeping the restraining order. What were they thinking? That's the story of Deborah Jeter. I wish there was more I could say about the children because they deserve more attention. But, it's not up there. This second case is the local one. It takes place in Parma, Ohio, very close to Cleveland, very close to my own backyard. In fact, I drive past the street where this happened all the time, and it's also more recent. So on March 25th, 2021, A call came into Parma, Ohio 911 dispatch from a man saying that he was hearing voices and he had just killed his son. The dispatch appeared confused, much like the last case. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And she says, "What do you mean you just killed your son?" 34-year-old Matthew Ponomarenko proceeds to tell the dispatch that he had just murdered his 5-year-old son, Jax, and he didn't know why. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
I actually was at home this day, sitting on the couch, scrolling through my phone, and read the news about it happening and followed the case pretty closely since it was so close to where I lived. So this was not the first time that Ponomarenko had put his child in danger. He was charged with child endangerment in 2017 after reportedly leaving his 1-year-old son in the middle of the street while he yelled at people. No more details.
He
on that.
yelled or
Yeah.
the kid
Oh,
yelled?
I thought.
No, he.
I thought the
I thought
1-year-old
you were
was
talking-
yelling, and so he was like, "Here, you're going to go in the middle of the street."
I
No.
totally envisioned a 1-year-old
With his little
walking
chubby
around in
fist,
the,
like
yeah,
yelling.
like get out of here.
No,
I'm walking
this
you.
this maniac is out in the middle of the street yelling and just leaving his 1-year-old walking around in the middle of the street. At the time, he did admit to police that he was using substances such as PCP and meth.
Oh.
I couldn't find anything in the reports to say why the mom was not involved, but I know that she was present because at the end she gives a statement. So I'm not sure why he had custody or seemed to always be alone with the son, but he also had other charges on his record, including disorderly conduct while intoxicated and resisting arrest. We will see that there is some mental health involved here, but also he just seems like a piece of shit. So child welfare officials had been to the home as recently as 2019, but they closed a case on Ponomarenko after working with the family on parenting skills.
Huh.
Wish we had more details about that because I'd like to know what he learned. He had struggles with mental health and had just been let out of a behavioral health center right before the murder occurred. Another failure. He was reportedly off his medication at the time, but seemed fine to family members. Another failure. So Matthew's 5-year-old son, Jax, was autistic and nonverbal, and he communicated with a tablet. When the police arrived on the scene on the 4700 block of Russell Avenue in Parma, they found Ponomarenko in the yard ready to surrender, but his son was deceased on the living room floor with blunt force trauma to the face and head after Ponomarenko admitted to bludgeoning the child with a baseball bat.
Oof.
In 2023, Ponomarenko pled guilty, and he got life in prison with the possibility of parole after 45 years, which I have no idea why.
Even that.
The mental health concern, I'm not sure why he had.
They probably figure that he's not going to get out.
I don't know. He was also ordered to register as a violent offender. He underwent a series of mental health evaluations, but he was found competent to stand trial. I really wonder how that works, where you are in a mental health facility and still found competent to stand trial.
Well, because if you don't have like psychosis.
Well, this was described as a moment of psychosis, the crime. So I don't get it.
Was he schizophrenic?
They didn't say, but it was just the crime was described as a psychotic episode or a psychotic break. At trial, he was sometimes combative in court. There was one point where the judge asked him to stop shouting profanities out. And he told the judge, "I don't care, bro. I'm getting 45 years.
Bro?
Bro.
Bro.
When he was then told to stop or the hearing was going to be canceled, he said, "No, I don't want to. Let's get this over with." He was eventually removed from the courtroom. All I could find about Jax is that an uncle described him as an amazing child. This is what I meant when I said they weren't even old enough yet to like,
Yeah.
That's all I could find, a quote that he's an amazing child. Ugh. In December of 2025, here's a very recent update. Matthew Ponomarenko committed suicide while in jail at the Correctional Reception Center of Orient, Ohio.
Huh.
Do you remember hearing that? I remember hearing that.
I think
was
so,
like,
yeah.
oh, good. The trash took itself out. That is a very sad case. Too short to do an episode about, but obviously when it happened, it really affected me. Like 2 days after the crime happened, I was driving in Parma and I happened to pass Russell Avenue and something made me turn around and go down the street. And I remember thinking, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't know where the house is. I don't even know if I would be able to pick it out. And then I didn't even need to think that because on the left side of the street, there was a police car sitting, watching, making sure like all was cool. And on the right side, it was just people walking up to the tree lawn and leaving stuffed animals, balloons. Like, it was so sad. The fact that he was nonverbal.
Yeah.
He couldn't even like cry for help or like ask his dad to stop, or I don't know. Not that would have helped, but maybe it would have like broken him out of this psychosis or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that part, the nonverbal autistic stuff, this sounds familiar. And when you said like, he said it was a psychotic break, but then they ended up saying he was able to stand trial.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the mother wasn't involved?
I mean, I don't know why she was never
around.
Yeah, but she did give a statement shortly after trial saying this probably wouldn't have happened if someone had gotten Matthew the help that he needed.
Yeah.
Like nobody listened.
Oh, someone.
Yeah, someone should have helped.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was a matter of, so this guy's obviously has some kind of mental illness.
Yeah.
You know, the severity of which I'm not sure. And he was entrusted with the care of someone who needed extra care.
Yes.
So I had thought maybe that he was just fed up with this kid and killed him, you know.
I mean, who knows? He's obviously an asshole.
That's what I mean. Maybe
bro.
The initial psychotic thing was like his defense initially.
Right.
And maybe he didn't seem to be affected too much after it. Although the fact that he did commit suicide in prison, he probably wasn't getting the help he needed in prison either.
No, of course not. And when they asked him in court if he had anything he wanted to say, he did say he was sorry. Who knows if he really was?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he committed suicide. Who knows? Like, there's a lot of unanswered questions about this one.
And like you said, the nonverbal part, the layer of that is just that kid not having any idea why and what was happening to the kid before this happened.
Right. Maybe nothing.
Maybe this was
if he just had a mental break. I mean, he was hearing voices.
Was that his only kid?
Yeah.
So the 1-year-old that was in traffic was this kid?
Was this kid, yes. That was when he was
younger,
in trouble for child endangerment.
I don't like that. Is there a 911 call for that one?
There is a 911 call for that one.
Would you like to listen to it?
Yes, we should.
All right, let's pull it up.
All right.
911, what's the address to your emergency? Oh, okay, and the phone number you're calling from with area code, please?
They probably bleeped all that.
Yeah.
And what's the problem? Tell me exactly what happened.
I just killed my son.
What do you mean you just killed your son?
I'm hearing voices.
Oh, okay. How old's your son?
6.
Where's your son now?
He's dead.
Dead where?
In the living room.
All right. Do you have any weapons?
Can you just send in cops?
Yeah, we're doing that now. What's your name?
Matt Pomeranko.
I'm sorry, the first name?
Matt.
Matt? Spell your last name for me, Matt.
PONOMARENKO.
What's your son's name?
Jack.
Jack?
Jax, JAX.
And you said you're hearing voices?
Yes.
All right, how did you kill your son?
With a baseball bat.
You killed him with a baseball bat?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And why did you kill him with a baseball bat?
I don't know.
Was there anyone else there with you and him?
No.
His breathing is really bothering me.
I was just going to say, I don't think I could be a 911 dispatcher and listen to people breathe.
Okay. All right, Matt, we've got some units on the way, okay? I want you to stay on the phone with me.
Gross.
This call is 90% exhaling.
When did you do that? Matt, when did you kill your son? Matt?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I'm shaking.
I understand. When did this happen? Matt? When did this happen?
Why won't he answer that?
Be like, oh my God, just answer me.
You
Big
cannot
fat
be a
piece of
911
shit.
dispatcher.
No.
Okay, Matt, do you have any other weapons in the home?
No.
And when did this happen?
He's still not
I
telling
want to
me.
know when this happened.
Okay.
I didn't
And when
before,
did
but
this
now I
happen,
do.
Matt?
This call was just in the middle of the day on a sunny spring day.
Matt, you still there with me? Matt? You're not going to let me smoke in the car? What? You're not going to let me smoke in the car? Matt? Matt, where are you?
He must have put the phone down.
They're here.
Because you can't hear him breathing.
All right, well, hold on a moment.
Oh, you can hear the cops in the background.
So he's there.
One of them
Or
yelled
they're
Matt.
there now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that one. I really just hate
What
it.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's like the weight of everything. Honestly, listening to that, that dude was going through some, obviously going through some shit. About halfway through it, I think it was really hitting him like.
When he was like,
what?
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must have, we never really got confirmation how long after he called.
From what I remember, it happened like midday, and I think he had called right after.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like he's just kind of realizing what he did.
Yeah. Because like Parma, Ohio is like not very large, doesn't have like crazy crimes like this. So for the dispatch to get this call in the middle of a sunny day and be like, I just killed my son. No wonder she was like, what?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard a lot of 911 calls. It seems like you don't expect to hear that.
No.
You know, they're fielding a bunch of inane calls, and then all of a sudden someone calls middle of the day.
Yeah.
I killed my kids, or I killed my kid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hate it.
I do. I hate that.
This next one, this last one, finally, probably could have been its own episode. There are some layers to this case, and you may know a part of the case because there's multiple crimes. But I wanted to focus on the crimes against the children because I hate it. So, this is the story of Josh Powell.
Oh, ugh.
Oh, you know it.
His face.
Yeah, it's gross.
Ugh.
It's not. What?
He's got one of those faces that you just want to slap him because he's a
He
mouth
does?
breather. Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know
Oh, so
any
is that
interviews
last
with him or
guy.
anything. Well, yeah.
Jeez.
And that guy's face I definitely would slap, but
Yeah.
he already is. He took care of it. Okay, so Josh Powell was born January 20th, 1976 in Washington. He was a member of the strict LDS church. He grew up with an abusive father, Stephen Powell, in a disruptive home. The divorce papers from his parents, Stephen and Terica, included claims of mental unfitness, pornography, polygamy, and witchcraft.
Ooh.
What was that?
Which,
Terica?
I mean, Terica.
No one's named Terica anymore.
Don't
A
read
witch
too,
is.
Really?
No, I don't know.
don't read
Oh.
too far into this claim of witchcraft because the LDS church is so strict that I think it said that she was just like Terica was exploring other religious ideas and Stephen was trying to say that that was witchcraft because she was like stepping outside of the church.
Very low barrier for witchcraft and LDS.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, maybe they were doing some sacrifices. They didn't really go into detail. Lizard's foot and eye of newt. Terica also claimed in the divorce proceedings that Stephen would share pornography with his sons. I'm not sure if that means like they would swap VHS or if he would be like, hey,
boys,
come look at what I found. Either way, totally inappropriate and gross. But Stephen was arrested in 2011 on charges of child pornography and voyeurism. So this guy, this is not really even about him, but he's a total dirtbag. And this is the environment that Josh was growing up in with a dirtbag dad who was arrested for child porn. So Josh grew up in the shadow of this man with some concerning issues of his own that included reportedly killing his sister's pet gerbils, threatening his mother with a butcher's knife, and attempting suicide at least once. Josh meets Susan Powell in the LDS church in 2000. And he immediately becomes infatuated with her and proposes to her within a few days of them meeting.
Oh, wow.
She, for some reason, accepts, and they marry the next year in 2001.
Was he still involved with the LDS church?
He was, but in time, he would distance himself from it. So for a short time, when the newlyweds are looking for a place to live, they stay with Josh's dad, Stephen. This is probably the part of the case that you, at least, Beth, know. Stephen develops an unhealthy obsession with his daughter-in-law, Susan. He begins spying on her,
Voyeurism.
using mirrors to watch her go to the bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
He begins following her around with a video camera and taking videos of her. And he even begins stealing her underwear. In 2003, so this is 3 years into her marriage with his son, Stephen confesses his feelings to Susan in a letter. And she obviously rebuffs him. What does this man think? His daughter-in-law is going to be like, it's so romantic that you steal my underwear. Yes, I'm leaving my husband for you, my father-in-law.
See you at Thanksgiving. I'll plow you.
Oh, God.
Sorry. That's my one.
That was, yeah. As long as you're not like mentioning gross slang for body parts, I'm okay.
Okay.
So this guy's nuts.
Yeah.
Don't know why he thinks that's a great idea. But his son doesn't even seem concerned by this, does not cut his dad off, still talks to his dad. They do eventually move out of the house with him, from him, but it bothers Susan that her husband, his son, keeps talking to him, even though he's a total creep.
They're still probably swapping VHSs.
Yeah, this guy's got problems.
Yeah, they're very close, it sounds like.
It sounds like. So marriage is not going well for Susan and Josh. He's possessive and controlling. He has a spending problem, and he ends up spending so much money that they don't have that they're put into debt, and he has to declare bankruptcy. In 2008, Susan secretly makes a will, and she writes in it, I want it documented that there is extreme turmoil in our marriage. If I die, it may not be an accident, even if it looks like one.
Oh.
And then, strangely, in 2009, the next year, Susan goes missing. See, like I said, there's like layers to this.
Good
this is not even
intuition,
why I
Susan.
chose this one, but like, this is fucked up. December 7th, 2009. Josh does not show up for his shift at work, and the couple's 2 young sons, Charlie and Braden, fail to get dropped off at daycare. When people can't get a hold of them, the entire Powell family is reported as missing. 28-year-old Susan, 36-year-old Josh, 7-year-old Charlie, and 5-year-old Braden. The police go to the home and they're able to search, and they don't find any evidence of a crime or a break-in or anything, but they do find 2 fans pointed at a wet spot on the carpet in the middle of December, or beginning of December, rather. Weird. Around 5 p.m. that same day, Josh, Charlie, and Braden come home with no Susan. His explanation is that he forgot that it was a school night, and he had taken the boys camping overnight. Yeah, the day before, he just decided to take them on a camping trip.
It's a Wednesday. Let's go camping.
Despite the fact that he had never done this before, and there were blizzard-like weather conditions. Camping, yeah. When the police asked about the weather and why he would go camping with his 2 young sons, he said he wanted to test out his new generator.
Cool.
Yeah.
Didn't have to dispose of a body or anything.
No, not at all.
Couldn't just fire it up in the garage.
Not at all.
Well, you probably shouldn't fire that up in the garage, I guess. But still.
You take your 2 young sons
Winter camping? A 5-year-old
on
and a
school
7-year-old?
night. Yeah. Susan's phone was found in the family's minivan, and Josh insisted he had no idea why it was there, but said she had to have run off with another man. That's all it could be. That's it. Traces of blood that were identified as Susan's were later found on the family couch. In an interview with police, young Charlie, who remember was 7, he reportedly said that their mother went on the camping trip with them, but didn't come back home with them.
Oh, snitch. Good job, Charlie.
Weeks later, he said to someone at church, my mom is dead.
Oh.
So.
He knows.
I mean, 7, that's
I mean, even a
old
5-year-old,
enough.
I feel like
Yeah.
could catch on to stuff like that.
Especially to tell if she was there and then didn't come back. So Josh was obviously a suspect, but so was his dad when the police learned about his obsession with Susan. But ultimately, no one could be charged because there was a lack of evidence and no body to prove that a murder had even taken place. So Susan's mother had custody of Charlie and Braden following her disappearance, or her parents, rather. On February 5th, 2012, a social worker brought the boys to Josh's house for a scheduled supervised visit. And before the social worker could come inside to supervise the visit, Josh pulled the boys inside and locked the door.
Oh.
So she stood outside and was trying to get a hold of someone, and she started smelling gasoline, and she could hear the boys crying inside. And as she was waiting for a response, the house suddenly exploded in front of her.
God.
Yeah.
Aaron.
I know.
What the hell?
Do you see why this sticks with you? God.
Yeah.
Josh, Charlie, and Braden all died inside the explosion. Authorities concluded that Josh had first attacked his sons with an axe and then lit a can of gasoline to cause the explosion. They did have soot in their lungs, so the attack with the axe did not kill them.
See, that makes it like even worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
They also later determined that Powell had planned this murder-suicide in advance because the day before he had given away all the children's toys to Goodwill, and he had emailed his pastor and some of his family members with final business details, like what to do with things. And he also sent a 3-word email to his lawyer just minutes before the explosion. And it said,
my shorts.
Yeah. That's what I would say to him. No, but he said to his lawyer, I'm sorry, goodbye.
I thought "eat my shorts" was really what it was.
No.
Because you seem to know this, Beth, and I was like, oh, what?
It's just the first 3 words that came
Eat
to
my
me.
shorts.
No, he didn't say that to the lawyer, but
Okay.
I would say
I'm
that
sorry,
to Powell.
goodbye.
If
that
I
what
was
it
sending Powell a 3-word email, it would be "eat my shorts."
I would pick some different words.
Yeah. So yeah, can you imagine being the lawyer and just randomly checking your phone and seeing a text that says, or an email that says, "I'm sorry, goodbye"? Like,
So he sent that the day before?
he sent that minutes before the
minutes
explosion.
before.
But he said he sent something to the pastor, to his church
the day before. He sent things like, "Here's my bank account information. Here's my
And that didn't
whatever
raise any
will."
red flags the day before?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't check their email.
I guess.
A family lawyer revealed that before the crime, the boys had been opening up to their grandparents, Susan's parents that had custody of them. And they were talking about their mother's disappearance. And the oldest boy talked about they went camping and mommy was in the trunk. And mommy and dad got out of the car and mom disappeared. Yeah. I don't know why that didn't
See, you had mentioned
they said weeks before or whatever before the
and probably
crime.
even before that, you had mentioned that older one was saying things like, "Mommy came on the trip
Yes.
and she didn't come back."
Yes.
And you put that up against his story of, "I don't know where she is. She
Yes.
must have run off with some guy." And sure, I get it. There's no evidence. They can't arrest him or whatever. But they just dropped. That's just it.
All of these cases failed these kids.
You throw your hands up and you go, "Well, what are we going to do?"
Right. Who deserves the blame is different in every case, but all of these children were failed because there was definitely
And they were
signs.
trying to say something too.
And on that note, Susan's dad, Chuck, said that he believed that the crime was entirely preventable. He says, "We told them Josh was capable of killing the children. We warned them of that very possibility. We told them of our concern that if Josh Powell was cornered and was going to lose the children or be arrested, he would be capable of killing the children and himself." And that is exactly what happened. They heard us, they knew about it, and they chose to dismiss it. And as a result, our grandchildren are dead. So they voiced this very explicit concern, and nothing was done.
I don't remember. Did they sue or anything?
I didn't see that.
I would.
So Stephen Powell, the dad of Josh, died in 2018. So now with Josh dead and Stephen Powell dead, both of the persons of interest deceased, we may never know what happened to Susan Powell. Investigators also looked into Josh's brother Michael because they thought he may have helped Josh dispose of the body if there was one. But he committed suicide in 2013 by jumping off of a parking garage.
Oh.
So there's nobody left to question. So to this day, Susan Powell is still missing and her case is unsolved. Nobody is left in her family. This is a very bleak case, and those children were failed.
Absolutely. And the grandparents seemed like they had, some concerns. They probably voiced those, and they were probably felt a little bit of reassurance in the fact that whenever he got to see the kids, it was a supervised visit.
Yes.
And not that I want to blame anybody. I wonder how that woman feels.
Oh, I cannot
Those
imagine.
kids got snatched right in front of her. She was there to keep an eye on those kids. And I bet that case, I'm sure that's taught or in training for anyone who does anything like that. I would hope so, where they say, "Hey, there's this case. These kids got."
I mean, I didn't see anything about changes coming as a result
I
of
would
this.
hope
but
that maybe a couple changes were made after that.
I would hope, but
because that guy was poised and ready.
This happened that part happened in 2012. So hopefully since then something has been changed.
He had no reason to take them out with him. He should have just blown himself
Yeah, that's
up.
another thing. Yeah. He goes, some other kids might need these toys. Like he goes he donates the toys as like.
Because he's a good church member.
Yeah, but then kills the kids. Like.
And now if there's any doubt that he killed his wife, I mean, come on.
Do you think he was worried the kids were talking and it was going to get him in trouble?
No, I think he just felt cornered and just took the coward's way out. And if he couldn't have them, no one was going to. The grandparents, nobody. These people, like I said, there's mental health involved. Maybe not with Powell. He did try to commit suicide when he was younger, but these people are just bad people. They're just evil.
Yeah.
I feel a little more for the woman we talked about, Deborah Jeter, because that mental health was like very obvious. I don't know that I necessarily think she's evil, but the two guys, I think they're evil.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I feel differently.
Like,
is it
for her, it's more of the system that screwed up because it was very obvious. You said she was in and out of institutions.
Yes.
And I mean, it was all documented.
Well, what you see with men a lot of times is it's a stigma for them to seek treatment for a lot of this stuff.
But then again, the second guy, Matthew, he was in mental health. He just came out when he.
Yeah. But I think just overall, I think men are reluctant to seek treatment for that.
Sure.
And it comes out of nowhere, stuff like that. It doesn't usually come out of nowhere, but it.
I mean, Josh Powell showed like scheming. He had
it set up. He was doing stuff the day before.
Yeah.
He's
killed his wife, obviously.
Yeah.
And then had this terrible story to cover it. Okay, so maybe Deborah Jeter and Matthew Pomerango are like on the same level. But
and why?
Fuck Josh.
What would be his motive for killing his wife?
Maybe he was jealous that his dad was stealing her underwear.
Yeah, that's what you said.
He thought they were having an affair.
I think she probably was going to eventually leave him.
Yeah, because it didn't. Yeah, well, she had put in the will
our marriage is
so
like
she
in
seemed
turmoil.
to have an issue.
Yeah,
but it's weird. You said his dad is basically hitting on his wife, and he doesn't say anything. But you also said that he's incredibly possessive, and so I don't know what weird family dynamic was going on there.
Yeah, that whole thing is very strange. And I had heard of that part of the case a long time ago with Susan's disappearance and the father-in-law being obsessed and stuff.
I don't know how many shows I've seen about it. And
What was the time between the mother's disappearance and the child's killing?
Let me look.
If you have that in. I was just curious. I didn't know how long they were.
She went missing in 2009 and they were killed in 2012.
3 whole years.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting older. They probably still had these memories.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to put things, probably asking questions. Daddy, why was mommy in the trunk? Or, and he's hearing things probably back from the grandparents and because the kids are talking and I don't know.
Well, like I said, there was a lot to this case and I did pick the most important parts. There was something about the fact that he did not have the children and the grandparents did instead. They found something concerning on his computer that was possibly child pornography related, and he was claiming he didn't know what it could have been. So there's other things at play with this guy, and if his dad was into that too, I mean,
and they were sharing stuff.
Yeah.
Hey son, check this out.
The dad, I believe, the time that he went to jail for voyeurism was spying on like a 12 and 14-year-old neighbors, I think, girls. But yeah, so Josh had some other things going on in his life that made him not a good candidate for his children to be around him?
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Matthew, Matt,
the second guy?
Yeah. I am surprised that they left the child with him at all because even totally mentally healthy people have breaking points with special needs children.
Sure.
And who thought that was a good idea?
Sure. Him getting out of the mental health facility and not taking his medication and being left alone with the child. I do not want to victim blame like the mother or anything, but I don't know what was going on in that situation, but it was not good. Not a good idea. I hate that it happened right in Parma. Oh, I'm sorry about this one, guys.
Yeah, the triple doozy.
Yeah, betrayal of innocence makes sense now.
Awful.
Hopefully we can do better in the future addressing warning signs like these, because these were some big red flags that got missed or ignored. These things did not need to happen.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. So thanks for joining us. Keep these kids in your thoughts. It's been Got the Morbs for this week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know if you've heard, but Aaron and I had a list of everything that we think is funny. And it's not going anymore, but it's like 1994 to 1998.
No.
9.
No.
2000
something. It's still going in my heart.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things on this list about the Yankee Peddler Festival because we used to go every year and we would be unwashed. And
that wasn't a requirement, I don't think, but it's just that you never used to leave the house unless you could wash your hair and have a full face of makeup. And we just were like, we're going because we're going to be in the woods. We're going not unwashed. Like we wouldn't not shower for 3 days beforehand.
Well, no.
But you just didn't.
Just purposely unwashed.
You didn't take a shower that morning. Wow. Probably didn't put makeup on.
I shower every other day now. So we would go there and we would roll up our pants and pull up our socks.
Argyle socks.
So that we would look like the...
colonial people?
Yeah, colonial people. And then we would wear those flower crowns and everything and just be ridiculous there.
One time I had a Green Day t-shirt on with that getup and someone came up and asked if I had a blunt or what did they ask?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we look like stoners.
So this particular story was probably one of the first times we went. They had booths throughout the event site that just said inquiries on the front. And of course, you could go up there and be like, hey, what time's the puppet show? But we were like, they said you can ask anything. So we were like, we dared each other to go up and ask them about yeast infections. But neither of us did it.
Ask what about them?
I don't know. How do I know if I have one? I don't know.
Good thing we didn't do it.
Yeah, I wish we would have. I still wouldn't, though.
Bye.
This has been Got the Morbs, an oddcast. If you enjoy hearing us talk about spooky, weird, gross stuff in a wildly inappropriate manner, please rate, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you use for podcasts. These things don't take much time to do, and they can really help us gain visibility and grow the show. You can also follow us on Instagram at Got the Morbs Oddcast, or over on Facebook at Got the Morbs and Oddcast. Oh, and we also accept topic suggestions and love letters at gotthemorbsoddcast@gmail.com. Thanks, Morbies.